your money is not as expensive as your body, I believe. So if we can give our husbands or our wives our bodies, then our money should not be too big to be shared or to be given out. If we are going to be joined in body, joined in spirit and soul, why should we not be joined in finances?
My name is Adefolani Bolaji, and the short form for it is Fola Bolaji. She goes by Bune, and we have been married for 10 years. Then I believe that financial management is one of the main pillars that forms the backbone of a marital relationship. The home relies so much on it. It's expected that people that are coming into relationship must have financial plan. If there are no financial plan, then there will be issues, there will be problems. If you cannot feed your home, then what are you even bringing together in the first instance? And like it's usually said that it takes two to tango. So the financial plan is not just about a man drawing out the plan or a woman drawing out the plan. It's about the two coming together to agree. So in the family, it is expected to sit down that what are the inputs, what are the financial inputs that we have in the family? What are the sources from which money will be coming in? Are we going to be begging people to support us? Or are we going to be working to be able to earn income? Or are we going to invest so that the investment will be generating income? So those are the inputs. The processing will involve, okay, how do we plan? How do we spend this money? And what actually are you using the money to do? And then the output. These are the expected output that, okay, if we have this money, we'll be able to provide food for the house, we'll be able to buy clothing, we'll be able to provide shelter and accommodation, we'll be able to raise kids and do many other things like that. So it's very, very important for husband and wife to plan what are the inputs, what are we going to process it, and then what will be the outcome of the processes.
If I'm going to add to that, like you said, money is very important in the home. Like that's the fuel on which the family runs on. Yes, there's love. Yes, there's trust in one another and every other thing. But we cannot tell our kids that, oh, we love you so much, but there's no food every day. That's not possible. So there's need to plan, and like they always say, it is only few people in the world that has so much money that they don't need to think about it before they spend it. So not everybody is going to get to that level. So it's important, especially even when we just got married or along the journey of the marriage, just need to talk about the money that is coming in and how it's going to be spent. So financial management is very important. In fact, finances is one of the major sources of conflicts in the home.
When from the beginning, from the first day, they agreed together to go into a relationship, there should be discussion about financial management. Like in the other series, and I know several people have talked about it, it's very, very important to be husband and wife to sit down and plan. And even people that have been married, they need to sit down and plan. We are all raised differently. And everybody is coming with the baggages from their backgrounds into the marital relationship. So there is a need for them to agree. Amos 3:3 says, can two work together unless they agree? There is the need to sit down about every aspect of the marital relationship, even beyond financial. Okay, let's talk about finances. How do we want us to handle it? Are we going to be running joint accounts? Are we going to be running joint spending but different accounts? There has to be that kind of relationship. Some people are coming from the background of their parents having a joint account, putting their monies together, putting their salaries or income together. Some are coming from the background of the father is the one giving out the money to the whole family. Some are coming from the background that my mommy does not hear income. It's only my father that hears income. Some are coming from the background of my mommy earns better income than my dad. So my mom is the breadwinner of the family. So there are different situations like that, and there is no straight formula that this is how it should work. So that is the reason why husband and wife should come together and sit down. What will work for us? Just based on your experience, background experience, what has worked for your family? Based on my own family, this is what has worked for my own family. So let's marry the two together and see what will work for both of us. So I believe that financial planning should start from the day one of agreement of relationship, and then it should continue when the marriage has already been instituted. in the sense that there should be review, maybe yearly or biannually, like a situation of, okay, we have been trying this method. It seems that it's causing friction and argument. Can we try other methods? It may even involve reading books, and it may involve consulting with elderly people that have been married for long and things have been working with them. But it's very, very important to note that not one single formula will work for everybody. That is the reason why the so-called husband and wife need to sit down together and calculate and reason together what will work for us. It may not be just 10-minute discussion. It may take some kind of maybe argument, dragging, look at it from this example, let's look at it from that example, but they need to agree. It's not an authoritative thing that this is what I want and this is not what you must follow. It should not be like that. That's my own thinking.
So I think the question is loaded, like when, how, and so what are issues I cannot remember. And I think, just like we said, the foundation is that as Christian families, one thing is your money is not as expensive as your body, I believe. So if we can give our husbands or our wives our bodies, then our money should not be too big to be shared or to be given out, because there are some Christian homes where the woman is like, it is my money. The husband should be responsible for everything. But I think that the situation of life now has taught everybody the lesson that the husband cannot just carry the financial burden of the home. It is also expected that the wife contributes. And in some homes, like my husband said, in some homes, the woman is earning much more than the husband. And sometimes some men feel like intimidated because the woman is now taking the role of the breadwinner of the family. So there are lots of foundational work to do and a lot of conversation around it. And like he said, the formula may not work forever. So I'm going to give a practical illustration of something that happened in our own family. So before I got married, I know that if we are going to be joined in body, joined in spirit and soul, why should we not be joined in finances? So one of the agreements that we arrived at when we were first getting married, when we first got married, was that my money should be, my salary, don't let me just say my money, my salary should be used to buy foodstuffs in the house. Like that is where what my income does. Buying foodstuff, the food we need at home, and things around the kitchen, things around feeding.
Sorry, I'm sorry to cut in. It means she's the one that's been feeding me from day one.
So that is what my income does. And his income is used to run every other thing in the family. Of course, it was earning a lot more than I was earning. So, but as we move along in the relationship, some things were changing, and it got to a time that my salary is not enough to solve all the home needs again. So we had to revise that formula and look at, okay, how do we do this? So it's a continuous process. So we will not just say, oh, husband and wife should have a joint account, like every of your money should go into a single account. Yes, that can work for some people, but it may not work for some family, like it's relative. So there are different formulas that people come up with along their conversation, like, okay, 50% joint accounts of each person's income, maybe the other 50% is the wife doing some things, or the husband, like there are different formulas that people come up with. Some people even have, I think there was a time I listened to a financial advisor was talking about 5 different accounts that every family should have. So there are different things that work for different families, but the most important thing is that we make our decisions together. We are joined in our soul, and we are not allowing money to pull us apart.
Number one, secrets. If husband is keeping secrets on how he spends money from the wife, if they are not running joint accounting system, then there is a problem. If the wife is also keeping secrets of how money is being spent, then there is a problem. I can encourage that situation that maybe you want to surprise your husband, you're organizing a surprise birthday party, or you're buying surprise birthday gift. It could be understandable. But if money is getting outside your family to another hand without your spouse knowing about it, then it's not fair. It's not fair to the other party. Now, it doesn't mean that there could be a situation that you see, let's say you see a beggar on the road, and I need few amount of naira or amount of dollar or amount of any currency you are using, and you are like, okay, I can part with this. It's different. Those are understandable between husband and wife, or maybe a colleague is like, I need amount of money for food this afternoon, or so. You don't need to go back home to go and get permission from your husband or wife to do such little things. But when we are talking about capital expenses in such that is in high amount of money, is wrong for a husband or wife to be doing something of that nature without carrying out the other partner. So in terms of settling the parents, it should be an agreement that this month, this is how much that we go, this is the amount that we're going to my own father and mother. This is the amount that we're going to your own father and mother. And there has to be agreement. It's very, very important. It's not as if we have agreed that, okay, we'll be sending 20,000 naira to our parents, and then after sending 20,000 naira, I find a way to go and send another 10 or another 20,000 secretly to my own parents. Then we are tearing the home apart. We are not working as a team. It should be well understood. There are some situations that one parent will be much more richer than the other parent. I will counsel you, no matter how rich your parent is, please still do what you should do. No matter how less needful you may think, oh, they don't need this, they may not need that, just still do it. This is my home philosophy and is in agreement with my wife's philosophy. Our parents raised us. God helped them to send us to school to do all those things. So whoever we are today is based on what our parents had put into us. So now our parents are growing older, and if by the grace of God, it is the intention of every one of us that we will outlive our parents. So this is the time we should take care of them. We should make them to enjoy what they have labored for, no matter how small. Even if it is 5 naira or 10 naira you are sending to your parents every month, make it regular. Do something for your parents. So the philosophy is that if anybody should die, any of our parents should die, and we now organize party, we are now spending millions for casket, for beef, for party, for food and all those things. We are spending those millions for people that have not raised you. The million, why are you not spending it on your parents? Even if you have to take loan to make your parents to be comfortable. So we believe that instead of having conflict based on the money that is given to the outside, the husband and wife should sit down together, calculate, reason together. How much can we afford? How much can we let go of? Let it be going to our parents regularly. The blessing of parents is very, very important, and you should not joke with it, and there should not be secret about it. That is my own opinion.
Okay, so like you said, we both iterated in the beginning. Sometimes these decisions are actually influenced by the kinds of families you are raised in. So sometimes if the husband or the wife believes it's my money, it becomes a little challenging to be able to spend money together. And I think that is the first conclusion that should be reached, that it is not my money, it is our money. So as long as we're able to treat it as our money, even if the wife is not working and the husband is the only person that is bringing income into the family, as long as the husband is able to see with agreement with the wife that it is our money, then we should talk about how we spend our money. It shouldn't be that, it's my money, so I can do anything with my money. So husbands and wives should agree on that. And like you said, care of parents. And it's not only about care of parents. Of course, we give to church, we give to charity, we give to this, we give to that, siblings, friends, support people. There will be many reasons for us to spend money, even outside the home, outside paying students, children's tuition, or buying clothes or things like that is needed in the family. For all of this, when the husband and wife are in agreement, if we are paying, like if my husband is paying tithe, we are actually paying tithe. It is not that he is paying his tithe or he is giving to a charity that he only believes in. Like, we are given, no matter if we give money to my mother, we are the one giving money. It is not me giving money to my mother, because in the real sense of it, my mother has become our mother.
Yeah.
His mother has become our mother. It is not just his mom or my mom. So, and like he said, sometimes the temptation comes, especially when a family is more blessed than another, or when one of the couple is feeling like, my parents sacrificed so much on me, like my mother really suffered for us. The other partner should, once we have said that this is our mother, this is our father, then we will be able to give them the treatment or the help that we think they need. And sometimes the need of a family member may be much more than the other half of the other partner's family members. So, for example, like if I'm the first child in my family and I have siblings that are still going to school, my mom is still paying tuition and things like that, and he is the last born of his own family. Of course, in that situation, we may need to spend more to support my own family than his. But no matter what, whatever thing we are spending should be in agreement. Once we are able to eliminate the my money, it is mine situation, then it will be easy for us to agree together. And for people who are struggling with it, because like I said, background matters a lot sometimes, we should just pray that God is going to help us to be able to see that and have that heart. But husband and wife should spend together. And sometimes some family members want to pull us apart, or like a background where it is the mom that does like I had some friends that when I was going to school, their mommy will give them pocket money, their daddy will also give them pocket money. So for somebody that grew up in that kind of environment, it is more like, I have taken money from mommy, I will also take money from daddy. So, and it is possible that they also transfer that to their home, feeling like it is only you that is giving money to somebody, like I should also give money. Or family members can say, it is only your husband that is giving me money, you don't even give me money at all. So we should be able to educate people around us to be like, if my husband gives money, we are giving the money. And that is where the issue of secret comes in. When we are not doing it secretly, everybody will know that, oh, they are doing it together. It's different from a situation where I'm secretly giving my own mother money, like this is from me to you kind of a situation. So I think it's a lot of agreement and brokenness coming together to be like, it is our money, not